This is the Sunday attitude we like, Steve. Yes, you just relax, take your time, stretch it out. We're going to make this day last as long as we can. It's Sunday.
I know. We miss T-Rex. He's still at the doggy spa. Another day. A Sunday with Angela. How special is that? Ready? The door is open. Let's charge out the door. No, because it's not in a hurry. Sunday, just about 10 until 10 on April 26th. Just about 50 degrees. So I slept through the morning low temperatures, which again, we're in a few spots in the 20s. Where we decoupled last night. Decoupling with a clear sky and a light wind and a low dew point meant that there were some freezing spots earlier in the day, but overall it's a really nice day again in New England. Here we have a storm off to the south over the ocean. It's not very strong. The air that's moving is light from the northeast right now. Can you hear it? I hope not. I put on my noise canceling microphone. It had been just glassy calm here for a second. And we have some developments in the neighborhood while I was away. Yesterday at the reunion, look what happened. There it is on the time lapse. Yeah, the Wessagussett docks are back in. The seasons are changing very quickly, but my heart is still kind of sad that ski season had ended for me 2 weeks ago. But you know who's still skiing top to bottom? Today is the last day of tram-served skiing at Jay Peak, and even though it doesn't look like it on tram side, Vermonter and a couple of other trails are still top to bottom. Stateside there on the left there, Jet has plenty of snow, aiming for Mother's Day. And at Stowe, this is the mountain I ski at the most, Mount Mansfield, it still looks like plenty of snow over there on the left on Hayride, doesn't it? And Lord and Standard. But the lifts are not moving. Yesterday was the last day of lift-served skiing after 156 days in a row. We'll see a little bit from Paul Moody on his 135th day yesterday. Steve, what are you doing? There's a rose under there. The rose that I buried because we kept getting tangled is alive underneath Steve, and we'll see that rose emerge over the next week or so. You know what we need? We need some rain. Where's the rain? Let's look at the surface analysis first. High pressure over New England. Now this high, it's about a 1022 high, and it's still this southern appendage of that same high pressure system near the North Pole we've been talking about now for several days. In the blocking pattern, it has not moved. It's about a 1047 millibar high pressure system at the Arctic Circle. So technically that's where our air has been coming from. So I guess we could call this Arctic air late April style. And where it was so chilly this morning, again, with temperatures in a few spots in the 20s, we're going up to the 50s this afternoon. So gorgeous. The big picture satellite image shows the blocking quite nicely. That storm in the middle of North America is still stalled over Saskatchewan and Manitoba. That storm in the Northwest Atlantic is still stalled east of Newfoundland. And energy being ejected south of the storm over Canada is mostly missing us to the south. So there's a 1010 millibar low pressure system south of Nantucket. And that did generate rain yesterday in Connecticut. I checked the webcams for snow in the Catskills, but none of the webcams were working where I wanted to look. I think Hunter might have had a dusting of snow. And so just cold enough for some snow there in the highest peaks of southeastern New York. And this morning, the radar from coast to coast shows a lot of precipitation, spotty precipitation of both green rain and blue snow from Montana to Colorado and all the way into the southeastern United States, where there was severe weather this morning, first thing in the morning in Mississippi. So there's a lot of weather, but it's mostly missing New England. We do have this little blob there just off southeastern Massachusetts. And I checked the web camera, Nantucket, Dreamland Cam here on wrapping up the Daffodil Festival. It was a little damp on Nantucket this morning, light rain, even though the radar made it look so impressive. I think that's some bright banding with some ice up in the sky over Nantucket, but it's not going to snow or ice on Nantucket, just some light rain. So I'd say, break for geese. Oh, they're just at the tree line. You can't see them, but I can hear them. But we got the noise canceling microphone on, going by Fenway Park. Red Sox are on the road. How about that major shakeup in Red Sox world over the weekend? Wow. And we can also see the clear sky that's well north of Boston there. So northern New England having another spectacular day. Southern New England mostly cloudy, and the rain over eastern Massachusetts is mostly aloft, high in the sky. There's some virga, but here we have a really pleasant weekend in progress. I did check the surf cam. We're going to move more into surf, and there is a little swell right now. It's about a 2-foot, 11-second long period swell, but it was high tide at 8 o'clock this morning, so no one was out there. But maybe some little longboard waves this afternoon. What do you think? The water temperature is getting up into the mid-40s, and these storms out over the ocean are going to generate a building long period swell for surf weather returning this week, and we'll try and cover that as best we can. If we make time for it. And there's Steve on Mitt's patio. Mitt almost came out this morning. It was a little kerfuffle you missed. Here's the high-resolution rapid refresh showing who's getting the rain, and the rain is mostly over the fish. And there's that little bit of rain that was moving out of Connecticut across Long Island. I looked at the reports. Basically just cloudy with no precipitation being reported. Connecticut, Block Island, just missing the rain. And on Nantucket, where a couple days ago I was watching TV. I don't do it that often. And I saw the weather person on TV show 2 inches of rain for Nantucket. Now, admittedly, about 3 days ago, we showed the NAM, and a worst case scenario had 2 inches of rain for Nantucket. But I would have thrown in a huge caveat like, this is really an outlier. And sure was. We're getting less than 0.2 of an inch of rain on Nantucket. This is going through tomorrow night. So through all our Monday, where the Euro would have had a really wet nor'easter and the NAM would have had a really wet Monday, Sunday afternoon and Monday, the GFS for the win. GFS did the best with this guidance over the last week. So we are going to stick with the American model, the GFS. And we're going to take the big picture out now to Tuesday, May 5th. And there is some appreciable rain and snow in the forecast for the Northeast. And we'll start with the synoptic scale. This shows the low pressure system south of New England sitting and spinning. All that weather in the middle of the nation gradually coming in our direction. There's a block in the atmosphere, so weather systems are not in a hurry to move. Most of New England's just having a dry Monday with light wind, and at the coast there in Nantucket, maybe a little bit showery with a northeast wind, 15 to 20. Most importantly, that storm is slow and it's getting a little stronger. It's a developing gale, and that will send a long period swell for surfers in here, but especially Cape Cod, Nantucket, by Tuesday night and Wednesday. And now that western weather is starting to make inroads in here. And you have a low pressure system coming across the Great Lakes. You've got a new low forming south of us. The one from today has moved out. And this new low has a bit of a connection to the low pressure system up near Montreal. So then we're going to have dual low pressure systems south of New England. And in northern New England, that's going to create an inverted trough with very little wind inland in New England. But the wind is going to be increasing at the coast as 2 lows evolve into one near Nantucket on Thursday, and we're still watching that Colorado snow there too. And the rain in New England on Wednesday night and Thursday starts to change to snow as low pressure deepens and kind of wobbles. It's popping on and off there between Nantucket and the Maine mid-coast, and it's cutting off aloft and near the surface, and that retrograding precipitation does look like snow in the highest elevations of northern Vermont, where Jay is still going. Probably north of Killington. So Jay, is Sugarloaf still going? Maybe getting some snow, but mostly the northern Green Mountains and northern Adirondacks as this low wobbles on the coast of Maine, then gradually falls apart, leaving us with a close to April and an open to May with wet and white. Not a lot of wind. Most of the wind is at the shore, and that low did end up getting further north on this guidance than I was thinking. And it still may jog south a little bit, and then it only gradually unwinds next weekend. We're going to have the rain and snow shutting down, just kind of diminishing to May showers. And we have another low that's going to go well south of New England, so it's disjointed. The real deep, warm, humid energy is going to be focused with a low pressure system that looks pretty strong there, cutting between Virginia and Bermuda. Now this is May the 4th, Monday be with you. And we are gradually undoing the block, and we are gradually undoing the May snow and rain showers. And we take it out now to Tuesday, May 5th. At 12Z, that's 8 a.m. And now we are broken down that block. We have a 1023 millibar high pressure system over Virginia. That's going to be a southwesterly flow at pretty much all levels of the atmosphere. And warmth returns to New England the second week of May. Warm for all of us. And at that point, the grass is really going to be greening and growing. So that's it for the big picture forecast map. Oh, Steve, he was just sitting in some tall green grass. I wanted to get you in the green grass there, Steve. And so we have a lot of streaks going on. Philly weather guy, streak 100 days in a row if you comment today. Really appreciate your support, Philly weather guy, and everybody, Bruce and Eric and Scott, and appreciation of the pets, and the viewers are fantastic. In the slow period of weather, the views have definitely gone down. Let me know what I can do. I know I got to do shorter elements and just separate the weather and the end more. All right, another streak that's still going on. Here's the coast to coast, just barely, North America snowfall. Now, you remember Canada is part of North America. I say that specifically on purpose because we have the coast to coast in Canada and or the United States all together as one. And this is week 26 in a row of coast to coast North America snow. Colorado, Wyoming, much of central Canada, and upstate, way upstate, New York and Vermont, probably above 1,500, 2,000 feet. There are purples on there, 6 to 12 inches. Colorado is more like 20 to 30 inches, because Wolf Creek, of course, goes up a lot higher than Mount Mansfield. And so Colorado and Vermont and New York with some late spring snow. And this is probably the last week in a row of coast-to-coast North America snow. That would be 26. Last year, we made 27 weeks in a row of coast-to-coast North America snow. All right, not in a hurry. Sunday, wrapping up here. T-Rex is probably at the spa one more night. I'm not sure. We're not going to probably see him again until Tuesdays are good if you can get him. And Tuesday should be good if you can get him. And of course, I'm trying to close in on Steve, and he's elusive. Yesterday was a long day, got out of hand, and I think we're going to throw in an audible and have some footage from the Worth family still in Murrell Inlet, South Carolina, enjoying the fishing and the fabulous sunsets yesterday. And I think they're on the way back to Vermont, maybe do some late season skiing in northern Vermont, will you, Josh and family? All right, here's yesterday's weather today. There's not much of it. And more. Look at this camera, young man. And more, way south of Mount Mansfield, where Paul Moody on his 135th day of the season. Congratulations, Paul. Thanks for the highlights. Wish I was there.
Guys, so it's up there. They have the last first chair of the season.
How's it going? Go ahead and make that rod work. Get a video of you from Mom. Looking good, looking good. Beautiful day on the pier.
11 a.m. update. It's mild with the thin cloud. Southern New England, but overall, beautiful day in most of New England. Midday update.
Pulling her in. Damn. She can't even drive a dinghy.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Parallel parking a semi.
This day got away, so not much and more other than the clouds have come in. It's pretty chilly, and it certainly looks like a threatening sky. So let's just go to the Not in a Hurry Sunday time lapse of Saturday. The clouds coming in from the south and from the west at the same time. Differential advection. Weymouth. Was there any ice in the bucket this morning? I didn't see a bucket. Yeah, this is overrunning. Warmer air trying to come at us from the southwest, running into the strong high pressure center that's been centered at the Arctic Circle. So blocking in the atmosphere is keeping us mostly dry. Haven't seen the guidance lately. And Cape Cod, where it was a blue sky start, I'm sure. The clouds really thickened up fairly quickly. And it's a play-by-play on the northern edge of the precipitation. These storms are going to go out into the ocean and back in. I think we should have some good surf if we can get some offshore breeze at some point this week. And we'll be back on our Back to Work Monday. Thanks for watching. Talk to you tomorrow.